first time ever in, oops, wait. Hi! Sorry, forgot to say hi first. For the first time ever in Vivi Proud Art YouTube history, which is 9 videos, big fucking history, I'm going to be doing a painting from start to finish in one video. Yay! Yeah, I don't really know what to tell you about this. It's supposed to be abstract expressionism. I don't really like the prompt, so I'm gonna do something kind of different, which isn't the assignment, but it's what I'm gonna do. And it's supposed to be inspired by a few different artists that we had like a list we had to pick from. I picked Philip Guston, I think is how you say his name, and Mary Abbott. I'm pretty sure her last name is spelled Abbott, so that's how I'm gonna, yeah, whatever. There's 2 specific pieces that I liked that I was kind of gonna use for inspiration, but I honestly don't know if I'm gonna use the Mary Abbott piece. We can only use one artist if we want to, but I chose 2 just in case. I don't know. I also have this little thing, so it's like a scraping tool to make texture. I'm gonna try and use it. I've never used it with oil paint. I've only ever used it with like super thick acrylic. We'll see how that goes. I don't have much to say this week. I've had like a crippling migraine for like 4 days, and this is the first day that I actually feel like a person again, so there's that. Also, it's snowing again, and it's cold out, which is kind of making me miserable. I'm still in my pajamas. This is gonna be the only productive thing that I do today, so I figured I would take you on this journey with me. And I guess you're just gonna stay right here. I have a reference photo. There you go. There's my reference. It's basically just a bunch of images that I shat together in Adobe Express. It's not a real reference. Depending on what you consider to be a real reference, it's not really good. It's not gonna really be that helpful. And then there's just that random big cropped photo of the gay couple making out, which is a stock image, but I couldn't, it's the only reference photo I could find that looked the way I wanted to, and I don't really care if they're gay, so. Okay, I don't know who they are, the couple in the photo. This is such a shit show already, and we're only 2 minutes into it. I feel like I need a pencil. Wait a minute. Found a pencil. I was not prepared to start this video. I just like literally started recording, and I was like, we'll figure it out as we go. So this is us figuring it out. I want the concept of the painting to have like 2 people kind of like devouring each other in the middle with that like light glow effect where they glow from the inside out. I don't know how to paint that. We're gonna try. If it doesn't come out good, we'll just paint over it and we'll call it performance art. So that's where we're going from here. Also, the 2 paintings in the like bottom part of this are that's Zone by Philip Guston, and then the other one's the Mary Abbott piece that's untitled. But the top 3 images are just pictures from Pinterest. They're there purely because I wanted to like look at that. My voice just cracked. Look at that light technique a little bit closer up. So I don't know who made them. I could tell you post them on Pinterest, but I don't really feel like finding them. So, and I don't think you care, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, let's see how this goes. I think this needs to be a really close shot for this to work. I'm gonna zoom in on that bottom reference. I usually project my references, but I didn't feel like doing that today because this is abstract. I feel like I can really do whatever I want. I didn't really mention this, but I actually wasn't vibing with the references that I chose like halfway through this, and I ended up mainly referencing Nocturne in Black and Gold by Whistler, so I will include a picture of what that looks like. Just know that's my main reference actually in this, but not really either of those artists that I originally brought up. I kind of changed my motive as I went. Okay. There you go, there's that, bye. So, I'm gonna say that this guy on the bottom, his forehead is really not even gonna be in frame. So, should I do this closer now that I've already fucking marked it up? Wait a minute. Oop, Jesus. I just put pencil on this and I'm already erasing it. This is kind of a behind the scenes look at how fucking picky I am, honestly. But now I'm thinking that I'm looking at this. This base is in acrylic, by the way. We're working in oil today. I fucking hate working in acrylic, so I'm not gonna do it. I think that this actually should be bigger than I was originally thinking it was. Should I do them like kind of life size? This and like oversize it on the page? Let's do, I think this is gonna be the size of that first person's head. That's gonna be the circumference of their cranium. And his head is kind of tilted back, so like his cranium really honestly is kind of like more right here, if I'm looking at it. Like the widest part of this man's head is gonna be up high, and he goes down for a brow, and his neck kind of goes back like that. I feel like this needs to go down a little bit further. And then neck. Look at how smart we already are getting. Okay, so his eyes are gonna be like, his eyes like right there. Goes like down now a little bit. And then that's just straight nose, but it's like, his nose is like kind of squished into that guy's face. So it's gonna go like that. And then a mustache. I don't know if I'm gonna include his mustache. I don't really like mustaches. That's a lie, my boyfriend has a mustache. I mean, I don't really like painting facial hair. That's what I meant to say, okay? I know that my boyfriend doesn't watch his videos either, so who cares? This looks like he's like, whoa. Wait. I'm gonna become an abstract painter just because I don't want to learn how to do proportions. Okay, next! And then the other guy's face, his cranium, if I had to guess. Also, I don't really know what that word means. I don't know if I feel like I'm misusing the fuck out of it right now, but I just got my first like full night's sleep. If you have a migraine, if you know, I haven't been sleeping, so I'm like tired and not fully functioning, but I'm here. Also, it's so bold of me to assume that I'm going to follow this at all because I'm really probably not, but I'm acting as if I'm going to. So, that's something. I fear that I've made these fingers too sausagey. Okay, something's off with these eyes. I think they're really fucking high on this head. So I need to fix that. I think bro's forehead needs to be bigger. Eyes should be the middle of the head, so his head needs to really be up here, actually. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna go with. Cool, can you see that? Here, wait. Does that look right? Because this is reversed. Okay, so now that we've got this done, I don't think I'm gonna talk for the painting portion. I'll probably just time lapse it, so you guys aren't gonna hear me talk until the end of the video, unless I like randomly interject with some nonsense, but it'll probably be in voiceover, so I'll see you for the outro, I guess. You're gonna see me this whole time, but we're not gonna be chatting. I'm gonna be vibing to my music, and you're gonna be sitting there. Bye! Or not bye. You stay right there. I'll be back, but faster. We're back. It's done. Woo! Yay! Yay! I don't know why I clap like that. It's like a toddler clap, but it's kind of fun to do, so we did it. I don't know how I feel about it. Like most paintings that I do quickly, I don't like it because I did it quickly, which means I could have done better, but because I was working fast, it wasn't the best. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. It's gonna take for fucking ever to dry because it's so thick and it's oil paint. So I don't really know how this is gonna go dry time wise. I'm guessing 2 years. I'm kidding, but definitely like a year and a half. There's no way that it's gonna be dry anytime soon. I'm probably gonna put it on my little baby easel that's over there on the table and just let it chill there. Here's a closer look at the piece. I really like the idea of this work symbolizing a passionate encounter, kind of caught in a moment, a falling star, something very fleeting but captured. And the drips and the kind of like harsh texture symbolize how it's like melting into your partner's arms, like that kind of like loving exchange. I really like the heat of the moment that kind of goes along with this piece, and I'm proud of the detail work, if even I don't like the whole concept. So there's that. I actually have to start another project today. I need to work on my self-portrait that I have to do. I think I'm gonna take the pictures today. I don't really know what my vibe is going to be for the photos yet. I have to decide still. But I'm thinking 1600s portrait vibe, something old, Victorian possibly. Should I include that in this video? Probably, because I'm doing it today. I don't want to though. Okay, never mind. You're not gonna see that this week. You'll see it next week. Bye! Please subscribe. I've never said that before, but you should do it. I hate this. I don't want to I hate doing that. You don't have to if you don't want to. But you should check out my art Instagram, and at the very least, you should check out my website because I spent for fucking ever on that thing. So.